Om Sadashiva-Samārambhāṃ
Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara
Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam
Bhagavate
Karavavai
Vinavadītamastु
Janvinavadītamastु
Mavidvishāvahe.
Mavidvishāvahe.
Om
Om
Shanti
Shanti
Shanti.
Shanti.
Okay, so we had in the last class seen how Arjuna was saying that if you think, that I can see this universal form of yours, then please show me. So that was the first content of the first 4 verses. First he gave his summary of the first few chapters, and then he said, please show me that form which you are talking about. So from now on comes Krishna's reply. So please unmute yourself. We will chant verse number 5. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Asya me Partha Rupani
Ashyame Partharupani
Shatashotha Sahasrashaha
Shatashodha Sahasrashaha
Nana Vidhani Divyani
Vidhani
Vidhani
Nana Varnakritini cha
Nana
Varnakritini cha.
Okay, so Krishna says, Hey Partha, Pashyame Divyani Rupani. See my various divine forms, which are Nana Vidhani, of various kinds, and Nana Varna Kritini, various colors and forms. Varna Akritini, colors and forms. And how many are they? Shatashaha, hundreds. Ataha, Sahasrashaha. So you have 2 words. Shatasho, Atha, Sahasrashaha. Break it up into Shatashaha, hundreds. Ataha, then Sahasrashaha, thousands. So, what is Krishna offering? Something which most of us, all of us in fact, we don't enjoy. Right? Krishna presents in front of Arjuna a solution for temporary chitta shuddhi. Right? For all of us, that idea is not available at all. Purification is a very slow and gradual process. You have to live a long and religious life with values which are present in the karma kanda. Karma has to be there, vasana has to be there, then only chitta shuddhi is there. But here Krishna is presenting to Arjuna a temporary chitta shuddhi. Why temporary? Because it is not born out of the foundation of karma and upasana. And therefore it can only last for a temporary time. If the purification of the mind, and not only that, one more thing is there. Since this chitta shuddhi is an artificially generated chitta shuddhi, the entire benefit of chitta shuddhi cannot be appreciated. Which is why by the end of the 11th chapter, Arjuna says, I am frightened, hey Krishna, please withdraw the Vishwarupa Darshanam. He is not able to withstand it because it frightens him because his mind is not fully prepared. So here Krishna says, hey Arjuna, I am giving you this divine vision. And you will see varieties of forms and colors in hundreds and thousands. So literally, Sahasrashaha means thousands. But Shankaracharya in his commentary says, you should read Sahasrashaha as Anekashaha. Not thousands, but many, many, many. So many that they cannot be counted. So whatever number you give, billion, trillion, quadrillion, all comes under the definition of Anekashaha, which is the meaning Shankara gives to Sahasrashaha. So not just hundreds of thousands of forms, but millions and trillions of forms. All the forms that are there in nature, infinite number of forms. And Nana Vidhani means there are different types of forms, but they're all divine. And they're in different shapes and colors. So what is he saying? Hey Arjuna, there are so many forms and colors in the universe. Varieties of things are there. Sun, moon, stars, everything is there. Trees, mountains, rivers. But appreciate them all. But learn to be like the jeweler. Look beyond the bangle and the necklace and the ornament and see the gold. Look beyond all these forms and see me, Brahman, as the very substance of everything that you see. So, indirectly, the advice for all of us is that you are not going to get Diva Chakshu. What should we do? Do Karma Yoga, do Upasana Yoga, and Diva Chakshu. There is one more difference, the very critical difference. Arjuna is able to see the death of all the people on the battlefield, right? He is able to see the future. Not only that, as we go into this chapter, you will see that he is able to see residents of other lokas, like Devaloka residents are there. All that he is able to see. But here we should understand that even when we get this Chitta Shuddhi, which is the Diva Chakshu for us, because of Karma Yoga and Upasana Yoga, you will not get this extra component of being able to see the future or of being able to see residents in other lokas. So don't say that, oh, I am 100% sadhana satushtayam, but I can't see what is happening tomorrow. Future you will not be able to see at all. Why is it not necessary? Because seeing the future is not necessary for moksha at all. For us, the whole teaching is moksha shastram. Okay. Now we go to verse number 6. We'll chant. Pasyad ityan vasun rudran
पश्यादित्यान् वसून् रुद्रान्
ashvinau marutastatha
अश्विनौ मरुतस्तथा
bhunyadrishtapurvani
बहून्यदृष्टपूर्वाणि
पूर्वाणि
पश्याश्चर्याणि भारत
पश्याश्चर्याणि भारत
पश्यात् पश्यात् त्यान वसून rudran ashvinau marutasthata. You will be able to see various deities, right? What are they? Pashyaha adityat. See the adityas. Pashyaha vasun. See the vasus. Pashyaha rudran. See the rudras. Pashyaha ashvinaus. See the ashvini twins. Tatha marutaha. See the maruts. Not only that, Pashyaha bahuni ascharyani. See many, many wonders. Adrishta purvani, which you have not seen before. So varieties of devatas in the creation, various natural forces, they are being talked about. You will see all of them. So in the last sloka, we saw Nana Vidhani Divyani, Nana Varna Kritinicha. So these are being explained just now. Divyani, the word Divyani of the previous verse is what? Adityan Dwadashaha. That is the sun god obtaining 12 months. Why do you say there are 12 versions of the sun. In
They
Surya
change
Namaskara, yeah,
month-wise,
month,
or change as per seasons during
it
the.
changes for seasons. So every month the sun has got a different effulgence, a different power. The sun of January is different from the sun of May, right? So there are different, for each of these months, there's a different name given. So Adityan Dwadashaha, there are 12 sun gods. Then Ashtau Vasun, there are 8 Vasus. Then Rudran, there are 11 Rudras, Ekadasha Rudran, right? Then who are these Rudras? So Shankara explains that the 10 sense organs, along with the mind, have the Rudra Devatas. So this is an idea coming from the Bharadharanyaka Upanishad. Dashame Purushe Prana Atma Ekadashaha. The 10 sense organs along with the mind are called the Rudra Devatas. There are 11 of them. Then Ashvinau. So there are two. Ashvinau is Dau. Two Ashwini Kumaras. So they preside over the sense of smell. They preside over Prana. Then Marutaha. Marutaha has Shankara says Sapta Ganaha, 7 groups of 7 members each. So Marutaha, remember, is not 7, Sapta Ganaha, 7 groups of 7 members in each group. So totally there are 49 Maruta Devatas. And Bahuni, many, each is a wonder. Sun is a wonder, moon is a wonder, rain is a wonder, everything is a wonder. Not only that, hey Arjuna, you may have never have seen this before because you were so busy with so many things in life. Adrashta Purvani, until this new Devachakshu is got, this idea enters your mind. You are busy with worldly affairs, you're busy with spouse, you're busy with children, you're busy with bank balance. You never have time to appreciate the Virat Ishvara. And since you have never seen them before, Pashyas Charyani Bharata. Each of them now you will see Ashcharyani as a wonder, right? Again, I will add, you should note that this Divya Chakshu of yours, which comes out of Karma Yoga and Upasana Yoga, is not going to extend to the future, right? Which is a good thing, right? You don't want to know what is going to happen to tomorrow morning. Best not to know. So the Lord has not given you that facility. Okay. Now, over the next two, verse 5 to 7 actually is Krishna's description of Viradeshwara, Vishwarupam. Then verse 9 to 14 is neither Krishna nor Arjuna is speaking. So it is Sanjay's description of Vishwarupam. So there are 2 descriptions of Vishwarupam. One is Krishna himself and one is Sanjay. And then after verse 14, again Arjuna starts talking. So we'll come back to Arjuna's description. Okay, 3 descriptions are there. So that we will see. We'll take up verse number 7. Ihaikastham jagatkritsnam
Yaikastham Jagatkritsnam
Ashyadi sacharacharam
Yad
Pashyadyasacharacharam
Namadehe gudakesha
Mama
Dehe
Yachchani drashtumicchasi.
Yanyadrishmicchasi
So he says, hey Arjuna, Kritsnam Jagat Pashya. Kritsnam means complete, total. So see the entire universe. Iha. Iha means here. Here is who? In me, Vishwarupa Ishvara. And in the Puranas, this idea is also presented, but in a story form. When Yashoda asked Krishna to open the mouth, she saw the whole universe, right? But instead of being astonished, what did Yashoda say? All mothers say that to the children. Shut your mouth. That is what Yashoda said. So she missed the whole scene completely. Okay. And this Krishnam Jagat Pasya. See this whole universe. And is it only the universe? No. Sa Chara Charam. Along with the moving and the immovable parts of the universe, you see Ekastham. Both are placed together. Okay. And very interestingly, Krishna says Anyata Cha. Anything else also that you want to see. Yat Ichhasi Drashtum. Whatever you desire to see, Anyata, you can also see. That's a very interesting point, The whole world consisting of the moving and non-moving is being shown. What is there apart from that? Why should Krishna say, and anything else that you want to see? Now remember the entire context of the Bhagavad Gita. What does actually Arjuna want to see? He wants to
The
see the
outcome
form.
of the war.
Very
The
good.
outcome of the war.
So there is that particular verse was there in the second chapter. Yadva jayema yadiva no jayayuhu. Will we win or will we not win the war? That also Arjuna wanted to see. Therefore, anyat yat ichhasi drashtum. Whatever else you want to see is jaya parajaya adi. The outcome of the war also, hey Arjuna, you can see in this form. That's what he's saying. This, of course, Shankara says, not my idea. Shankara says that Anyata refers to the outcome of the war which Arjuna wanted to see. So here, actually, it's unfair, right? He's saying, hey Arjuna, you look into this, you will know who's going to win. Then you can decide who's fight or not. Why fight losing battle? You know, if you are winning anyway, you fight towards. So that is being said over here. And then in this divine vision, what does Arjuna see? He sees the destruction of each of those mighty warriors. And why does the destruction come onto them? Well, again, you will see in this chapter only, all of them have brought their destruction on themselves. It's like touching a burnt rope. You think you are the one who is breaking up that rope, but you are not. The rope is already broken. You are only the instrument. When you touch the burnt rope still has the shape of a rope. It looks like a rope, but you touch it, it falls apart. That is what is meant by be my instrument, right? You will think you destroyed. That's not true. They brought this destruction onto themselves. All right. So we look at verse number 8.
Acharya, can I ask a question?
Yes, of course.
So from this verse, one could take the mistaken notion that the future is predetermined. When you say the outcome of the war will
Yes, you
be.
can take the notion. But if you look at the law of karma, unless you are able to address the previously done actions with something new, the outcome of the previously done karma will take place. But if you don't take necessary steps, then you cannot say that I'm changing anything. So that idea is being conveyed here. That previous karma is very strong, predestined in terms of karma phala. But currently, can you do something that you try? So, for example, if currently Duryodhana had said, okay, I don't want this war, the destruction would not have taken place. But he did not take that particular step. So, in that idea is conveyed that without current action which is appropriate, whatever situation has come, see, what does previous karma do to you? It brings forward a situation, right? You can address the situation or not. If you don't address the situation, then the situation will proceed as its nature demands. But if you address it with fresh karma, maybe you can change. Maybe. But that doesn't happen here because Krishna knows he has been through the whole, idea, whole thing with Duryodhana. He went there and said, don't have the war. And Duryodhana said, no, 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 I won't even give one needle point of land. All that is already over. Therefore, Krishna knows that nothing fresh is going to come from Duryodhana's side. And therefore, you will win the war. And not only that, you have to connect this to Yada Yada Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharat. The whole purpose of the avatar was what? To bring back dharma and to destroy the adharma part. So in connection with that, he's showing what is going to happen, that you will win this war. It's a lollipop. But as I said, that is not the main purpose of the Mahabharata at all. Okay. Now we look at verse number 8. So Krishna wants to tell Arjuna why I am giving you divine eyes. So he says, Natumam shakyase drashtum
न
तु
तु
मां
न तु मां
मां
शक्यसे
शक्यसे
द्रष्टुम्
द्रष्टुम्
अनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा
अनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा
दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षुः
दिव्यं ददामि ते
ददामि ते
चक्षुः
चक्षुः
पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्
पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्
ऐश्वरम्.
So, but न शक्यसे द्रष्टुम्. You cannot see Mam, me, my Virat Ishvara form, aneneva eva swachakshusha, with these eyes of yours. And therefore, divyam dadami te chakshuhu. I give you divyam chakshuhu. And then what will you do? Look again. Pashyame aishwaram yogam. See, right? Divine form. So there are two types of eyes. One is the worldly eyes, laukika chakshuhu. One is the divine eyes, divya chakshuhu. And Krishna is telling Arjuna, hey Arjuna, you cannot have Ishvara darshanam with merely physical eyes. So anena swachakshusha means your physical eyes. Those eyes which you have, which are the physical eyes. Laukika chakshuhu. Anena is to be taken as prakritena, given by prakriti. That means your natural physical eyes. Anena swachakshusha, those eyes given to you by nature. With those eyes, you cannot see my divine form, because those eyes are veiled by what? Ahankara, mamakara, raga, and dvesha. The four things are there. Just like there is sadhana chatushtayam. This is called the dushta chatushtayam. Four things which are bad for your spiritual growth. Ahankara, mamakara, raga, and dvesha. And when you see through these four, what happens? You see Jiva Srishti. You look at Ishvara Srishti and you see Jiva Srishti. Right? For example, if you want to take an example, that girl is Ishvara Srishti. That is my girl is Jiva Srishti. One is an object created by Ishvara. So Jiva Srishti, that girl. You look at it through Raga Dvesha and you say, that is my girl. And that becomes Ishvara Srishti. So in technical language, Ishvara Srishti is Padartha. What is Padartha? Pada Artha. The meaning of a word means the object which is pointed out by a word is Padartha. So Ishvara Srishti is Padartha. Ishvara creates Padartha. But when on to the Padartha I project my Ragadvesha, then it becomes a Vishaya, a sense object. Right? This is so the normal way in which we have progressed is, since we have Ahankara, Mamakara, Raga, and Dvesha, We have converted all padarthas into Vishaya. And what does sadhana chatushtayam do? It enables you to reconvert Vishaya to Padartha by stripping away these four. The dushta chatushtayam has to be stripped away. Nahankara, mamakara, raga and dvesha, when you strip away, you are back to Padartha, you are back to Ishvara Srishti. So Krishna says, Mam drashtum na shakyase. You will not be able to see me. And Mam here, Shankara says, understand Vishvara, Vishvarupam. It is one who has universal form. To see that universal form, you read a refined chakshu, a divya chakshu, right? Now, there are, of course, for example, you will say that this tilak that we do, is that divya chakshu?
Third eye.
When does it become divya chakshu? If you have the proper attitude, which is what, that everything is Brahman only, then that tilak is your Deva Chakshu. Right? Like, I don't know if you have seen, you go to all these, tourist religious places. There is a very, very beautiful Deeparadhana at night. Beautiful little puja with, because it is dark, especially Varanasi and all, I think the puja is very beautiful. Now, tourists come to see that Deeparadhana. Right? But do they ever do Shashtanga Namaskara? Have you gone, when you went to see Deeparadhana, did you look upon it as a beautiful sight? Or did you look upon it as a worship of the Lord? And did you do Namaskar? Unless you are exposed to this Sanatana Dharma culture, you cannot do Shashtanga Namaskara to a piece of stone. Right? For that matter, when you go to these temples, especially the south, they give you ash, right? Now you don't know where the ash is coming from, whether it is good wood, bad wood, somebody's body, male body, female body, animal body, you don't know, right? But that ash you apply on your forehead. Not only that, some places the priest asks you to open your mouth and puts the ash directly into your mouth. Have you seen that? Do you shy away? Oh. Or do you take it? You're not sure that the ash is hygienically prepared, right? But if you have the faith, it's a vibhuti for you. It's a glory of the Lord. It goes to your forehead, it goes to your mouth. You carry it home also, and you apply on our children's heads also. This is your Divya Chakshu. That attitude of seeing something more than the ash. And this is what Krishna is saying. Vishwarupa Darshanam requires Divya Chakshu, hey Arjuna. And once you have that Divya Chakshu, the change in attitude will come. Therefore, he says, Dadamite, I have given you. Pashyame Yogamaishwaram. Now look again at the same world which you were seeing before. What do you now see? The Panchabhutas have become Shiva himself. The divinity is seen in all the Panchabhutas. I can worship anything that I see. Right? So this is what is happening now. And here Arjuna falls silent. Why? You can imagine that some operation is going on when Krishna is hammering the divine chakshu into his head. And Krishna also is busy. Arjuna is busy. One giving the chakshu, one receiving the chakshu. So naturally, they don't talk. And we cannot have a, silence in the Bhagavad Gita. So since nobody talks, who will talk? Sanjay will talk. Okay. So now we look at Sanjay Uvacha, verse number 9. Sanjaya Uvacha.
Sanjaya
Jaya Uvacha.
उवाच
Evamuktva tatho rajan.
Evamuktva
एवमुक्त्वा
tato
ततो
rajan.
राजन्
Mahayogeshwaro Harihi.
Mahayogeshwaro
Mahayogeshwaro
Harihi.
Harihi.
Darshayamasa Parthaya.
Darshayamasa
Darshayamasa
Parthaya.
Parthaya.
Paramam Rupamaishwaram.
Paramam
Ramam Rupamaishwaram.
Rupamaishwaram.
Okay. So, simple words. Sanjay said, Uktva evam. Having spoken in this manner, Harihi, Hari, who is Lord Vishnu, avatar of Lord Vishnu, Maha Yogeshwaraha, Lord of all the yogis, Tataha Darshayamasaha, then revealed what? Parthaya, to Partha, Paramam Aishwaram Rupam. This supreme, auspicious divine form was revealed to Partha, to Arjuna, a Rajan, O king. So the Rajan, remember, is being said by Sanjay. And therefore, Sanjay addressing whom?
Dhritarashtra.
Sanjay addressing Dhritarashtra. So this context you should not forget, right? Krishna has spoken and given a description of the Viratishvara. Arjuna is now is getting his divine chakshu. Therefore, now Arjuna is silent and Krishna is silent. Now Sanjaya is speaking. He is seeing the divine form. Does that raise a question in your mind?
So
He
Sanjaya
also gets
also
divine
gets.
picture.
Does he also have divine?
Sanjaya also has divine form.
He
Okay,
does.
remember that
Yeah.
he has the divine eyes.
And he
Okay.
also knows that this is Hari, Shri Hari.
He also knows this Hari, which is not mentioned anywhere else. So, very important idea being conveyed here that Sanjaya himself is a divine personality. So, Harihi evam uktva. Lord Krishna, who is none other than Narayana himself, is about to show to Arjuna the divine vision. And Harihi, the word, comes from Hru Dhatu. Hru means to take away. Therefore, Harihi means Papani Haranti, the one who takes away your Papam. He is Harihi. Right? Hari is the person who takes away all the Papams from your mind. It is because of these Papams that I do not see the Vishwarupa Ishvara. I only have to remove that Papam, the Ragadvesha, and what I see will be none other than Ishvara Srishti. Therefore, the one who steals or takes away Ahankara, Mamakara, Raga, and Dvesha from my mind, he is a Hari. Then Maha Yogeshwaraha. Here yoga means Maya. Okay. So Maha Yogeshwaraha means the Lord of Maya. Who is the Lord of Maya?
Lord Vishnu.
Ishvara.
Brahman,
Brahman.
basically. Brahman. Because what the person you are dependent upon is always your Lord, right? So, anyway. So this is Brahman is Narayana here is Brahman. He is addressed as Lord of Maya also. And Evam Uktva, having addressed Arjuna in this manner, what did he do? In which manner? As all we saw in the previous verses. And Paramam Aishwaram Rupam Darshayamasaha. After having given the divine Chakshu, Krishna showed this Vishwarupa. Aishwaryam Rupam means that auspicious form of the Lord. Paramam Rupam means it is the greatest one because it is infinite. All other forms of the Lord are what? Ekarupa Ishvara. Rama, Krishna, Ganesha, Devi. They are all finite in nature, but Vishwarupa is everything. It is the universe itself. The universe itself is the form. Therefore, Paramam Rupam. It is the greatest form of the Lord. And all of them, all the individual forms, remember, if Rama comes, Krishna is not there. If Krishna comes, Rama is not there. Or Devi is not there. So their individual forms are always mutually exclusive, all subject to arrival and departure. But Vishwarupa is unique one. Why? Because it's all pervading. It does not exclude any form. So when you say Vishwarupa Ishvara, you are worshipping, you can be worshipping Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Narayana, anybody. But the point is, they are all part of Vishwarupa Ishvara. And who did he show all this to? Parthaya. All this Vishwarupa form is being shown to Parthaya. And then Sanjay goes on to enumerate what he is seeing. Okay. Verse number 10. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam.
Anekavaktranayanam.
Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam.
Anekadbhuta
Darshanam.
Aneka Divyabharanam.
Aneka
Divyaabharanam.
Divyanekodyathayudam.
Divyanekodhyam.
Divyanekodhyatayudham.
Okay. So, Aneka Vaktra Nayanam. Aneka means many. Vaktra, mouth. Nayanam, eyes. So, this Vishwarupa has got thousands and millions of mouths and eyes. What does it mean? In the movie, if you see, you'll find that a huge, entity which has thousands of mouths and thousands of eyes. But practically, when you see, what should it mean?
These are the eyes and the mouth of the Lord himself.
All the jivas.
All the jivas, the eyes of all the jivas are the eyes of the Lord. The mouths of all the jivas are the mouth of the Lord. So, Vishwarupa means what? It's not one rupa, it's a aggregation of all the forms. All the jivas are included in Vishwarupa Ishvara. That's what it means. There's nothing separate from the Lord. Then, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam. There are strange and innumerable wonders. Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam. He's able to see lots of wonders, he's able to see. And Aneka Divya Abharanam. There are many divine ornaments. Right? So if you look at the necklace that you wear daily, that is your Abharanam. But if there is a necklace which you have placed on the neck of the Lord in your puja room, that is what? Divya Abharanam. That is why, in many houses, before your worship, what do? All the ornaments in the house, all the dresses in the house, all the food in the house are offered at the feet of the Lord. Right? You can even offer your lipstick also. That's also not a problem. Lipstick also you keep. It becomes Divya lipstick. And then you can use it afterwards because you're saying, I'm using the lipstick which Lord has given me as prasad. Right? So, when you take the lipstick, what do you say? You don't say, I'm taking away a lipstick, oh Lord. What should you say?
This is your prasadam.
Yeah, you're going to say that, hey Bhagavan, this belongs to you. Please permit me to use it for this party. Then I will come and give it back to you. I'm saying it jokingly, but this is the attitude of a Vaidika. Okay. Everything belongs to him alone. What is the advantage of the attitude? You will never have mamakara. You will never say it is mine. The necklace is mine. Lipstick is mine. The abharanam is mine. You will never say. Then Divya Aneka Udyata Ayudam. So Udyata, raised. Aneka Ayudam. Many divine weapons which are raised in the hand. And here, if you are looking, you will find the entire Pandava and Kaurava standing with raised weapons. So the weapon in the hand of a Jiva is a worldly weapon. But if you are seeing the same weapon as Ishvara's weapon, it becomes divine. It's a very fine distinction, okay, that divinity does not belong to the object. Divinity belongs to your attitude. You can go to the shop and buy an apple, right? That apple from the shop and the apple which the priest gives you when you go to the temple, what is the difference?
That which we receive from the temple, we consider as prasadam. And
Exactly. So the prasadam apple is divine and the shop apple is laukika. Apple is the same. That temple, for all you know, would have got the apple from the same shop. But your attitude is different. And this is a very important context for us. When I see that everything belongs to the Lord, then the word secular, it has no more meaning in my dictionary. That is the mark of Vedika. The word secular is not there in the dictionary of Vedika. And it's a very sad thing that the word secular was added to the constitution at a much later date. The founding fathers in India, they never had the word secular. It was added later, thereby showing that there is something different from sacred. Okay, anyways. So,
Acharya,
yeah,
may I ask, how does it
please.
matter whether the apple is from the market or from the temple? I think it is my attitude which matters. Which whatever, if I'm eating the apple from the market, I can still consider it as a prasadam from the Lord.
How will you explain? If you're explaining to somebody else, the difference between secular and sacred, how will you explain? You are associating something with the Lord makes it sacred. Makes it sacred. That is the very
Yeah,
definition of secularism. Secularism is that which does not have association with religion.
exactly.
So if you
So
buy it
it
from the
could be
shop,
from
no
anywhere.
problem. But if you are buying it from the shop saying that I'm going to offer it to my temple, once you take it back from the temple, it is prasadam. Until then, it's only an apple which you bought from the shop. Your act of associating with the Lord is when. Unless, of course, you say the shopkeeper is Brahman, then it is okay. Then it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. How
But
does
then,
it matter?
if you have that attitude, it doesn't matter. How many of us have
It doesn't.
it? Okay.
Mm.
So here also, all the weapons are also divyam. Why? You have to remember verse number 8, I think it is 7 or 8 of chapter 4. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya dashkrita. Right? So that all weapons are secular in this war. Why? Because they are meant for dharma samsthapanarthaya, for ensuring that dharma is established again. Remember, these are all adjectives, okay? All the adjectives are what? They are description of Rupam Aishwara. Entire verse 9, 10, 11. They are all the adjectives to that one word. Aishwaryam Rupam, divine form, auspicious form. Okay. Now, if you are saying adjective, what is the verb? Oh, it's a grammar class, but still, you need to exercise your head. I'm saying verse number 9, 10, 11, they are all adjectives. All adjectives lead a particular noun and a particular verb. So I've given you the noun. The noun is Aishwaryam Rupam. That is the divine form. What is the verb?
Vashya.
Darshanam.
Look.
Darshaya Masaha. Showed. Lord Krishna showed. Verse number, I think 9. Darshaya Masa Parthaya. Verse number 9. Right? Lord Krishna showed this divine form. And this divine form has all these adjectives. So what has Lord done? He has removed the ahankara, mamakara obstacle, which was obstructing Arjuna's view of the Jagat as divine. Okay. Be very clear that no new form has been shown to Arjuna. The form is, all the forms are the forms which he was seeing before. But he was seeing them as secular. Because now these obstacles to the vision have been removed, that word secular has been replaced by the word sacred. That is the only difference. Okay. Now, verse number 11. Divyamalyambaram baradharam
Varadharam.
divyagandhanulepanam
Divyagandhanulepanam
sarvascharyam ayam devam
सर्वाश्चर्यमयं देवम्
anantam vishvato mukham.
अनन्तं विश्वतोमुखम्
Mukham.
So divya malyam baradharam. So Shankara says divyani malyani pushpani ambarani vastrani. Can you understand? Divyani, divine, malyani, malas, pushpani, flowers, ambarani, clothes, which is equal to vastrani. Ambarani, vastrani is clothes. Dharyati iti. The person who wears divine mala, flower, and things. Right? Who wears all these clothes?
Lord.
Okay. God wears all the clothes. Do you wear malas?
Saints.
No.
Shri
You mean to say
Krishna?
girls don't wear malas?
Every
How
person.
many of you all don't have mala around your neck? It's not necessarily saints. Mala is a necklace. It doesn't need to be Rudraksha mala. Can be gold mala, can be silver mala, can be diamond chain. So what he is saying that all the malas and the flowers worn by all the jivas, as well as all the dresses worn by all the jivas, these are really what? Bhagavan's malas, Bhagavan's dresses, and Bhagavan's flowers only. Right? Which is another way of saying that the jivas are all part of Vishwarupa Ishvara. So what he's trying to show, what Sanjay is seeing, Sanjay understood also. He's seeing that everything really belongs to Ishvara only. Then Divya Gandhanulepanam. Gandha means perfume, right? And Anulopanam. Anulopanam means Divya Gandha Anulopanam. The divine perfumes, Anulopanam is actually rubbing, smearing, right? So in those days, when you wanted to wear a perfume, you didn't have spray cans which you can just spray. So you took the perfume and you rubbed it. So that's what it means. Divya Gandha Anulopanam. Rubbing the perfume on various bodies and various parts of your body. These are all used by different people. But the idea conveys is that they are all perfumes applied on the Lord itself. They belong to the Lord. Which is why, in traditional houses, when you apply chandan paste is applied, right? When you apply chandan paste, you are supposed to say Rama Rama or Krishna Krishna. Supposed to take the name of the Lord. Saying that I am not applying on my forehead, O Lord. Don't think I am that arrogant. But my forehead is really nothing but your forehead. Therefore, I am applying on your forehead. Right? So your whole idea while you decorate yourself. See the beauty of the whole thing, right? You can be standing in front of the mirror and decorating yourself and applying lipstick and perfume and whatever else you apply. All you need to say is, hey Lord, I am not decorating my body because my body does not need decoration. I am decorating your body. Your body alone is worth decorating. Just say that. Attitude has come. Everything has become divya. So all the ladies, don't worry. You can apply lipstick, you can apply makeup. But simply say that, oh Lord, I'm applying on your face so that you look beautiful. Not because of me. Then Vishwato Mukham, facing all directions, because there are people with faces which are facing in all directions. And Anantam, Anantam means limitless, right? Your own, galaxy is what? Milky Way. The closest galaxy which you have is Milky Way, right? And the Milky Way itself, they say that it has something like 200 billion stars. The star which we have is Sun, right? One star which we see. But in the Milky Way, which you see a small little piece of white in the sky, it's supposed to have 200 billion stars, maybe more. And at the current levels of technology, the number of galaxies in the Milky Way is one galaxy, having 200 billion stars. Current levels of technology estimate the number of galaxies in the universe as 150 to 200 billion. This is because of current technology levels. This can go up further. Just imagine the size of the universe. And therefore, Sarvascharyam Ayam Devam. Vishwarupa Ishvara is the greatest wonder. And this you have to correct what? Darshayamasa Parthaya. Krishna is showing Arjuna these great wonders. Okay, any questions? Remember, this 11th chapter is great for meditating so that you realize that as a jiva, you shouldn't be having mamakara, ahankara at all. I don't know if you've seen it. There's one small little video available on YouTube. It starts with you sitting, enjoying beer can in your lawn. Okay. On the lawn, sunlight is there, you're enjoying the beer. And then the camera starts going back, upwards. So after some time, you cannot see you. You can only see the green of the lawn. Then you see the shape of the country. Then you see the planet Earth. Then you further go back and you go back. At one point, the Earth disappears from sight. If the Earth itself disappears from sight, what are you? Where are you?
Not even a speck in the universe.
Not even a speck in the universe. So it's a very, very beautiful YouTube video. You can look for it. You just simply type receding universe or something like that, you'll find. Many of them, thousands of them are there. And they're all very beautiful for understanding as a jiva, how limited am I? At the same time, it's not meant for just the humility. It's meant for understanding that as Ishvara, all this is within you. Choose which you want. You want to be that finite jiva drinking beer, or you want to be the entire universe, which is resident within you. Very, very beautiful thing.
Samyak darshanam.
Samyak darshanam is the understanding that everything is Lord alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acharya ji,
Ready.
I was wondering why in a temple are the idols of all forms we worship, Rama, Krishna, Devi, Hanuman, all of them. So when we go to a temple, is it are we there for Vishwarupa darshan?
Temple is always Ekarupa darshan. Vishwarupa darshan, just look out of your window.
Are all these there together? I think you just said that it could either be the form of Rama or Krishna at one time. So why in a temple all?
See, there are many temples which have only one form, right? One deity is predominant, but others are there. I think many South Indian temples, for example, have Ayyappa as the main deity. And then you go around, you'll find Krishna and Shiva and Devi and all that. But they're limited in nature. You can't have a number of them. So essentially, it is to cater to the Ekarupa Bhakta who wants single forms. You can transcend that by looking upon all those forms as part of Vishwarupeshwara. So when you pray, instead of invoking Lord Shiva, you can invoke Vishwarupeshwara also. That is different. That is for understanding level. That is not the same understanding which everybody goes there with. How many bhaktas can even appreciate the concept of Vishwarupa Ishvara? Very few can. All of you are able to see that because you've been in Bhagavad Gita for a very long time. But most people cannot. Most people will actually, with Shiva Bhaktas, will fight with Vishnu Bhaktas. Shaivites and Vaishnavites have constant conflict. My God is better than your God types.
Acharya, at a Vyavaharika level, these many idols get the children, grandchildren interested in the temple as to what has happened. I mean, you can spin a story over the picture of the various deities
Agree.
and the lords.
Everything
Yeah.
has its uses. You know, you show them, you're telling them some story from Puranas, then you take them to a temple and say, okay, this is Lord Shiva. It builds up the concept of bhakti. And you know, people abroad, they do this more than Indians. Indian parents have stopped taking children to temples. But if you see an Indian couple abroad, ensure that the kid goes to temple. So that, unfortunately, is the sad part of today. Of course, there are fortunate ones who are very, you know, evolved ones like you guys. For all this is, as they say, a left-hand play. Okay. So with this, we'll stop for today. Thank you so much for your participation. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadav Purnam Devavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Tat Sat Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you for your patience. Om Om.
Om
Thank you,
Namah
Acharya.
Shivaya.
Thank you, Acharya ji.
Om Om.